This is Sandy, and today we are working on two-point perspective. Perspective is your point of view. It's where you see things from, where you're standing from at that particular time. Your perspective in today's world is basically from your house. So you can only see one way or the other. Now you can have two different spots that you can look at for your horizon line. And that's what we're going to count on, or we're going to do today. We aren't going to do buildings. We're going to do boxes. I think you need something a little simpler just to have fun with. We don't want them to look like anything. They're just going to float in the air. Then we are almost up to 50 lessons. We're going to have a contest when we're up to 50 lessons. So you guys stay tuned so you can get in on that contest. Okay, let's get started here. We have our pad of paper. I use a mechanical pencil, but you can use any pencil. This is my ruler. It has inches and centimeters. You can use either side. Sharpie in case we need it. Some colored pencils, 3 shades of green and 3 shades of red with the yellow pulled in there. You've got your eraser. And then I'm going to put all of those in this handy little plate that I made. We can make plates almost any color you want. That's handmade glass. One of these days we're going to do one for you on here. Okay, then this is a square. If you lined it up with the bottom of your paper, you're going to be able to tell when you're going to be parallel to the sides so that you get a nice straight line. The thing that's going to make or break this project is that nice straight line. We also have, if you might have one of these, this is a right angle. A right angle is 90 degrees. And it is parallel on the sides. And it is perpendicular. That means it makes a right angle. Or you might have one of these. This is a protractor. You line that line up on the bottom of the paper, and you can see if you're going to be drawing a nice straight line or a crooked line. We want straight. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to measure half of my paper. My paper is 11 inches, so I'm going to put a line at 5.5 inches. I'm going to put a big enough point out here that I can see it, and I can always put my pencil in that mark. Same thing over on the other side, 5.5 inches. And I think I did 5 inches, so I guess I'm doing 5 inches. Okay, I've got a line that I could put my pencil on it, and then I can move my ruler around this way to make those boxes. Okay, remember, we're doing floating boxes. We're going to pretend like they're just got a piece of string and they're just floating in the sky. But let's go ahead and let's start around this center line here. And let's draw not a big box. Now make your lines light in color because we're going to have to erase. I'm going to make one line, then I'm going to move it so it goes almost straight across the paper. And I'm going to move it, get my line in that point, and now it's going below that paper. I've got 3 lines. That's from this one. Now this is my other vanishing point. This is like if you were standing on a corner and you looked right until you couldn't see anything else. Now we're going to stand on the corner and we're going to look left. Put your finger at that vanishing point or your pencil at that vanishing point, and let's make a line. Put that pencil at the vanishing point. Let's move. We're going to move our ruler. Oh, that's almost straight. Now we're going to put our pencil on that vanishing point, move our ruler, and draw another line. Notice we have some overlap. We'll take care of that. Okay? I want to have a nice straight line here. That's a nice straight line. How do I know it's nice and straight? Because it's straight on the bottom, it's straight on the sides, and I can make my box any size now. Okay. I drew in the horizon line. I want you to know the horizon line is where everything basically meets together. So our horizon line, and I'm gonna label this box. Now I'm going to take my eraser and I'm going to erase the sides of it and any place where it overlapped. And I might need to go back in and get my lines. Okay, this box is sitting on the ground. Let's draw a box that's underneath the ground. Okay, let's get a nice straight line right about here. We decide here how long we want this line to be. Once again, I'm putting this on the bottom of the page so I know that it's going to be perpendicular to the bottom. All right? It doesn't matter how big it is. I didn't measure it. You don't need to measure it. I'm going to find my vanishing point and I'm going to put my pencil on it. Then I'm going to find the top of my box and I'm going to draw a line. Find my vanishing point. Rotate that ruler out and just draw. Now, I'm going to move it over to the right vanishing point. I'm going to find that line. I'm going to find this corner right there. Okay, I'm going to draw. You can decide how far out you want to draw. We don't want to make great big boxes, great big long boxes, because then we'll use up all our paper before we figure out how to do it. Excuse me. Okay, now I'm going to find the top of my box, and I'm going to draw a line. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Now, I've got to get the top of my box drawn. So I'm going to put my pencil on the vanishing point, and I've got that line going out that way. So I've got the side of the box, I've got the top of the box. Now I've got to figure out where I'm going to go on the bottom of the box to get this line, but I've already got a line there, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to take my ruler, make sure it's straight, or you take your right angle, and I'm going to draw from the corner here down, and it'll find the corner for me. Now I've got to figure out how deep my box is going to be. Is it going to stop here? Is it going to stop here? But remember I said we don't want to use up all of our space right away. So let's make it stop right here. I want to make sure that I've got a nice right angle, and I like this tool the best. And I'm not going to go to the top line. I'm going to go to the second line. I've got a right side, I've got a left side. But how am I going to figure out to make this straight? That's going to be a hard one, but we're going to use the vanishing point to do it again. I'm going to line it up on my vanishing point. I'm going to let the ruler rotate. I'm going to come over to the side where the edge of the box was, and I'm going to draw just to the top other edge of the box. I've got a pretty good box here, but it still looks a little funny because we've got all of these lines sitting around. So let's get rid of those extra lines. Now, we could pretend that we were on a ladder and our boxes are floating. And where our feet are, that might be this box right here. Or our nose is maybe. And this is where our feet is on the ladder. But these boxes are all floating. We see the top of this box. Let's do another one where we see the top of the box. Remember, it doesn't matter. I can make this a long one. Oh, that's going to be a big box, isn't it? Get your pencil on your point. Make your lines light. I have to make my lines dark because you've got to be able to see it. Okay? I didn't want it to go through that box, so I left it just short of there. There I've got the points coming up. Now I'm going to put it on the right vanishing point. And I've got the corner of the box, and I'm going to draw it up. And I've got the corner of the box, and now I'm on the top of the box. Draw it up. I got to figure out how long is this side and how long is this side. It doesn't matter to me how long it is. What matters is if this is a nice right angle. See how that's a right angle? I want this to be a right angle. So I'm going to put it right here. That looks pretty good. And I got to decide, how deep do I want my box? Do I want a great big long box? I still think I want a smaller box. So there we go. I've got it on there. Okay, we're missing something here. We don't know where the back of our box is. We know where the left side is. We know where the right side is. We've got to find the inside sides now. We do that with our left vanishing point. Let's find the corner of the box, the back corner of the box, and draw a line. Let's go to our right vanishing point. And now we're going to find this corner of the box and draw a line. That's a pretty good looking box. Maybe we want a little box. Use my ruler to get some nice straight lines. I half erase them. Okay, I think I want a little bitty floating box right here. Wonder what this box would hold. An ice cream cone? No, maybe not. Maybe it would hold a ring or a necklace. That's possible. Okay, I've got the left side of the box. I've got the right side of the box. But I have to tell myself where is the edge of the box, the back edge. There it is. And there's that side. Okay, what am I missing? I'm missing the other side. I've just got the right and the left. I don't have the back right and the left. There's 4 sides to a cube, and that's what we're making is cubes. I'm going to find that by putting my ruler on the left vanishing point, and I'm going to find the corner of my box and draw a line. That worked. Now I'm going to put it on the right vanishing point. I'm going to find the opposite corner of the box. And there it is. Okay, You think you got that down? Let's get confusing. We're going to go up to look up and see what boxes are floating above us. Now, when we look up, we're going to see the bottom of the box, not the top of the box. So we have to be careful how we do things. But I'm going to start with a line, same way as I started with the line on the other one. It's got to be nice and perpendicular or parallel to the sides. Okay. Here's my vanishing point right there. I'm going to go to the bottom of that box and draw a line. I'm going to go to the top of the box and draw a line. Whoa, that looks different. Let's try this side. I'm going to go from the corner to the left vanishing point. Okay. I'm going to go from the corner to the left vanishing point. Oh my. We still have a left and we still have a right. Now I'm going to make the bottom of the box. Remember, it's our perspective. It's what we can see. And I've got to figure out how deep my box is. I'm going to put it right there. There's a point where this intersects and makes an X. That's the corner. That X is the corner, right where it goes in. I'm going to find that X. I'm using my right angle, and I'm going to put the line in. I'm going to go over to the other side, find that X, and go up. Okay, now we're going to erase our lines. The bottom of the box. The top of the box. It's what we see. It's how we see. We can be arguing with somebody who's at the top of the ladder, and everything we see is going to be the top of the box. Or we can be arguing with somebody, and because they're sitting way down underneath things, and they're going to look up and only see the bottom of the box. Our perspective is telling us we're all seeing the right thing. We're just seeing it differently. There is no right and there is no wrong on perspective. It's how you see things. Okay, we're going to go over here. And I think I'm going to make a big box. Let's see how that works. Well, got to put a line down there first. That's a big box. Oh dear, what's going to happen when I go this? Actually, going this way isn't too bad. It's when I go the other way that it's going to be bad. Okay. I think I need to make that a little bit more like this. I don't like that bottom line, so we're going to use this line. That was almost on the horizon line again, and I didn't want to give you that view. But I'm going to make a deep box. My box is going to go through behind this other box, and it's going to end right there. Wow. That's pretty good. But what do we do next? Let's figure out our sides. That side's going to go there. Whoops. And this side is going to go there. Get rid of these lines for you. But we can't see this, you know that, right? No, we can't see this through this box. Our boxes aren't see-through. So let's get this other side drawn. Go to the corner where we said it was the corner. Go to the vanishing point and just draw the line and pretend we draw that line because you can't see through that box. Okay, the other vanishing point, right like that, right like that. Well, we don't see this part because that part doesn't fit in our box. So we can erase that. It's behind the box. And we aren't going to see through this box. So now we have one box behind another. That was kind of fun, kind of confusing. Let's go up here. Let's go up here and make a very small one. You know, I keep saying there's a horizon line, and is that line very far off? And then there's a vanishing point. Do you know how you can remember what a horizon line is? A horizon line is a line that goes horizontal. Now, how are you going to remember vertical? Well, because vertical is the opposite of horizontal. So if horizontal is going this way, vertical is going that way. I'm just lining up lines. I know you know how to do this now. Okay. Draw the side of the box. Draw the other side of the box. Okay, I've got my left and I've got my right. Now I've got to draw the bottom. Line it up on that vanishing point. Line it up on the other vanishing point and go to the other side, the other corner. Erase the extra lines. There we go. I have drawn 6 boxes. There's lots of space out here for you to draw more boxes. What do we do with these boxes to decorate them? I mean, think about what a box is. A box could be a present, a gift. We could decorate them as gifts. We could put somebody up here those are his hands. And he's up here looking down at us, and that's his nose. That would be kind of neat to decorate a box like that. What do you think? Or we could say the right side of the box is red. The left side of the box is yellow. Maybe that's getting a lot of light over there. And the bottom of the box, whoops, should have been orange, but my orange broke. Or you could try 3 different shades of green. That would be a good thing to do. Let's see, what else could we do? Does anybody play Super Mario? I bet you do. We can make the box. This is going to be a hard one, so get ready to do it with me. Let's say this is our box, and I've got my vanishing point here. And I'm going to draw lines on this box, just to the corner, just on the left side. I'm going to take my pencil, put it on my vanishing point, and where this meets right here, that's where I want to draw a line to. I'm going to keep it inside my box. So it's important that we draw lines all the way to that line there. We can always erase if we go over. Sort of looks like bricks. Now, if I were making bricks, remember, they're going to be this way. They're not going to fall over. Maybe there's going to be one here, one here, and one here. And then on the other ones, they're going to overlap a little bit. There and there. There and there. Okay, now there's going to be one over here. Oh, that doesn't look like a brick. What happened? I've got to erase that line because I know it's not perpendicular. So I'm going to make it down here and over here. Every other line. Oops, that was that one. We don't want it to be right on top of each other like that. You having a hard time finding that nice perpendicular line, that right angle? If you are, I want you to use your tools. See, I've got it. I've got it. I know I've got it. Now I'm going to make that middle one. Okay. Now we're Super Mario. These are just his regular old, where the coins come out of. We aren't going to draw the coins right now. But I could take my coloring pencil and make red bricks. And he has a coin box here. Let's put the coin box in it. That's his slot that his coin box comes out of. You could just hear it coming up. Okay, you make your bricks the color you want. Reds, browns, oranges, whatever color you like. Okay, let's move to another box. Let's go to this one. Now, you know, Super Mario Brothers didn't have all brick. They would have sometimes in the middle of the brick, a question mark would come up. So let's make the brick on the one side. And then we have to put a question mark. But the question mark has to, the top of the question mark is going to be here. The bottom of the question mark is going to be here. Remember our bubble letters? It's got to follow the same angle as our box. And up here, I can then come around and give it a little bit of an arch. Okay, so that would be a yellow. inside of another yellow. Okay. And don't forget we've got to put our lines on. They have to be perpendicular to the bottom of the page or parallel to the sides of the page. If you want, you could put the coin slot right there. Okay, maybe you're not into Mario. Let's make a present. I think we need a present on, let's see, one we can measure on. Let's do it on this one. Okay, we can make our ribbon, and we want our ribbon to go in 1/2, right in the center. So how do we find the center of this box? It's kind of hard because our perspective is kind of moved. So we can measure the box. That's 1 inch. So I'm going to make a mark at 1/2 of an inch. And on this other side, I'm measuring the side from here to here, and I'm going at 1/2. And then from here to here, it's 1/2. So now I've got to get this. I've got to use the side to get the ribbon to go here. And then I've got to come up and down like that. There's our ribbon. Now we are 1/2. That'll make a very pretty present. Do we need it to go from here to here? But I don't know where 1/2 is. So what am I going to have to do? I'm going to have to measure. This is 1/2 an inch. I can put 1/4 of an inch there. Measure from here to here. That's 1/2 an inch. I can go 1/2 of that. That's 1/4 of an inch. And down at the bottom, it's the same measurement. I go at 1/2. So now I can connect those lines. Now this is important that you know how to do this, because when we go to make a house or a building, we're going to have to be able to find the middle of the window. Now I can just make my box that way and just keep putting ribbon. Can decorate the box sides. And if I were actually in a classroom teaching, I would say, I want 10 boxes on your piece of paper. That means if you're going to go behind something, you've got to find it. It almost looks like a stair here. And maybe all we're going to have is a little box coming out. Remember, at the horizon line, if we go above and below the horizon line, we aren't going to see a top of the box and a bottom of the box. We're only going to see the right side and the left side. Put something in your boxes. We can go up here, and I know what we're going to put. Somebody was really, really tired. And they're in there sleeping. Decorate your boxes. Make it look good. And we'll see you next time, and we're going to do a house.